Look at the lighting. Isn't it like cool or some shit? I'm gonna wear a hat for this video because this is what it looks like right now, and I don't really think it's presentable. I have been to Countdown the past 2 years, and I don't plan on going this year. Here's something I actually didn't know. When New Year's Eve falls on a weekday, Countdown is a one-day festival. The previous 2 years that I've gone, it was a 2-day festival, and this year, New Year's Eve falls on a Tuesday. I was wondering why the damn lineup was so short. So I guess sometimes it's a one-day festival, other times it's a 2-day festival. It's run by Insomniac, located in the National Orange Show Event Center in San Bernardino, California, which is basically Southern California. It's an hour-and-a-half drive from central LA, and Insomniac actually hosts like a couple other festivals at the NAS Event Center, like Beyond and Escape. I'm very sure they've done others in the past, so I actually don't know how much of this Ultimate Guide video is relevant to the other festivals, but let me know. But let's get into it. So I actually may not be the best source when it comes to like the budget or the cost of this festival, because I am technically a California local. That's me at 18 years old. My parents live in Southern California. They have for the past 10 years, and Rachel is from LA. So there's not a lot of costs that we have outside of the festival wristband. When I went back in 2022, a 2-day GA wristband was $244.65, and that is all that I spent, I think. Last year, I only went 1 day. General admission, I paid $143.28, and I also paid about $40 in parking, or it was $60. I don't know. I don't have any data on this. I paid cash. And of course, if you're traveling from anywhere else, like airfare, Airbnb, hotel, eating out, it's all going to add to your cost. So honestly, take mine with a grain of salt. This is the best I can do, and I don't want to do any more R&D for this. So in the case that Countdown happens over a 2-day period, you can actually purchase a 2-day ticket, a day 1 only ticket, and a day 2 only ticket, which I feel like a lot of smaller Insomniac festivals do, and I think that's actually, you know, pretty nice and cool. You get to like pick and choose. But of course, with every single event, there are different types and different tiers of tickets. Bottom tier, which is where I like to be, it's GA, gives you entry, and according to the website, which I actually found this pretty funny, possible protection from alien invaders. This year for 1 day, it's $163.28. So I guess it's about a $20 jump from the year before. GA Plus gives you expedited entry and premium air-conditioned restroom trailers, which I actually find kind of funny. The traffic getting in, like, has never been bad. And it's December. Like, wouldn't people prefer heaters instead of air conditioning? It actually gets pretty cold down there too. Trust me on that. $204.30. We got VIP. Amenities include expedited entry, probably your own section for like a few of the larger stages. I think all festivals do that. Gourmet food and drink options, which I'm going to assume is for purchase. I don't think it's complimentary. Candy stations and other entertainment. They got their own VIP dance areas, interactive photo ops. You know, I don't know. I'm reading word for word from this website. They also receive a goodie bag of noisemakers. Annoying. They get glow rings. Pretty sick. Confetti, poppers, and champagne. Amazing. They actually get a lot of shit. That kind of seems worth it. How much is it? It's $231.23. That's like $25 extra from a GA Plus. Why would anyone get a GA Plus? If I want to get GA Plus, I'll just skip a meal or two and just get VIP. Oh, but there's actually one more tier above VIP. It's called the Sky Deck. You get private table, bottle service, elevated viewing deck, basically any table service in most clubs that I've been to, and I don't have the price. It just has an inquiry form. It's honestly probably better that way. I'm just gonna talk about flying into San Bernardino because I'm gonna assume nobody is coming by train. I don't even know if there is a train there. Closest airport to Countdown is the Ontario airport, I believe, but the larger airports, of course, is gonna be LAX, and then the smaller ones, John Wayne in Santa Ana. Both are about an hour away. You got other airports that are a little further, like Long Beach and Burbank. If you don't need to fly, you're probably going to drive. Of course, Los Angeles is the most well-known city closest to Countdown, but I recommend staying a bit more inland if sightseeing is not going to be part of your weekend, or I guess Tuesday itinerary, because the rush hour traffic going inland is absolutely horrific, and Countdown starts a lot later than all the other festivals. I think it starts around 4 p.m. So both Airbnbs and hotels are great options if you're planning on driving there. Like anything around a 20-30 minute radius is pretty good. I think there are a solid amount of them, and there's no need to stay as close as possible. Like there's no public transportation. I don't really think it's walking distance to anything. If you're planning on taking a shuttle, take a look at the hotels around the pickup area, which include Ontario Airport, downtown Riverside, downtown LA, Fullerton, Granada Hills. I have no idea where the last one is. So one of the options, as I just mentioned, you can take the shuttle from one of those 5 designated locations. They're going to be about $58 to take the shuttle, but I don't know anyone that does. Almost everyone drives. Do not bank on rideshare like Ubers and Lyft. I don't think you're going to be able to find one, and you're definitely not going to be able to find one when it ends. I think Countdown provides several free parking lots throughout the vicinity of the festival, but they're all like really far away, like at least a mile out. And very few of them have shuttles, so you're gonna have to walk that shit. I would be very careful if you're gonna park elsewhere, like street parking or storefront parking. You know, just make sure it's not in risk of it being in a tow away zone. This happened to my friends, along with a couple hundred other really tired ravers. I was sitting in an empty Target lot because none of them thought that Target would tow all their motherfucking cars. But what we do is that we were able to park pretty close to the entrance. We find some local businesses with empty lots. They'll ask for some cash for parking space, and we pay for that. Little issue. Our car's still there when we get back. And I'm also gonna gatekeep where I fucking park because I don't want you to know. So people think California is warm weather all year round. It's actually kind of chilly in late December, and I grew up in Boston. Wear a long sleeve, bring a jacket, bring a hoodie. It also rains pretty frequently from my experience during December, so please check the forecast. Bring ponchos if needed. It's going to be around low 50s, mid 50s, I think. Seriously, I know rave fashion is really fun and all, but what's more fun is not getting hypothermia. So when you're walking into the festival, from when you see like any vicinity of it, getting to the entrance is gonna take an additional 15-20 minutes. Let me see if I can pull up a map. Like here, you're walking all the way down the main street to like the bottom of the map, and then you're like U-turning into the entrance where like security, ID check, and tickets are. It takes a while to get there, but you're not really gonna be standing in line. So I mean, that's one positive, I guess. That's probably why they make it so long. Countdown is from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. So the sun is gone basically for the entire festival. Production wise, they do a pretty good job with like all the lights, make it very space and alien theme, making it look very extraterrestrial. Most of the stages are sheltered, or they have like an overhang, or it's like in a tent, which was honestly really fucking great the first time I went. In 2023, there were 5 stages. Mothership and Nebula are the larger ones. They're gonna have more mainstream artists. We have Area 51, which historically I mean the last 2 years, had mostly bass artists. And then we got Twilight Zone and Galactic Gate, which is gonna have a lot more house, techno, up and coming artists. And the stages, like the crowd, it gets pretty crowded. Not like absolutely hard to breathe crowded, like but just crowded. Other than when it was pouring 2 years ago and everyone was trying to seek shelter, you know, the crowding wasn't alarmingly bad. But I feel like in this venue, there's always a ton of people. And overall crowd vibes, without sugarcoating, about a 7.5 out of 10. And Rachel has told me this, and I'll back her up. I feel like West Coast ravers are just so much nicer than people here. Cell service just kind of sucks for me. I have Verizon, so if you have Verizon, you're gonna have a hard time calling and even sending text messages. So this is advice that I want to give you from personal experience. This isn't only for Countdown, but this happened in Countdown. I went with my rave group, and everything that we planned out at the festival just didn't happen for many different reasons, and it left me very frustrated at the time. So I just want to say, if things don't go exactly the way that it intended, you know, just take some breaths, deep breaths, let yourself loose, and enjoy your time. You're at Countdown. You bought the ticket, and it's a worldwide holiday. Everyone's celebrating the new year. Don't put yourself in too much stress. Go have the time of your life. Listen to amazing music, your favorite DJs. And if you're planning on going to Countdown, have a wonderful new year. Happy 2025. We're We're 3 fucking months away. Anyways, goodbye.